Mukeli, umlilo unesantya esiphezulu ngendlela emangalisayo. Ingaba mhlawumbi ibuyazi ukuba umlilo nje omncinci uyakwazi ukwanda ngokukhawuleza ubeke impilo zabantu nemizi esichengeni ngemizuzwana nje engamashumi-amathathu 30 seconds. Hayi ke injalo kanye Mukeli, yaye imililo emininzi iqhambuka kwezinyanga zebusika. Kanti ke siliqela leendaba zabantwana iKids News sityelela isenta yokhuseleko kunye nabafundi Orange Farm uyakufunda banzi ngokhuseleko lomlilo, fire safety ngabula makhumsha. Bakasityebisa amehlo Mukeli.
When your house catches fire, you crawl under the smoke. You crawl.
Welcome to the Be Safe or the Basic Emergency Safety and Fire Education Center in Orange Farm. Here, very vital information is shared with children and communities at large in a fun, interactive way. Today, learners from Ritumetse Primary School are thrilled to be here. You see, emergency services personnel have the tough task of saving lives during emergencies. And in especially winter months, the number of fires countrywide are worrying.
That's when we want to warm up ourselves. People use different heat sources. Abanye, they will use a brazier, to warm up their houses. Children are most vulnerable because, one, they need adult supervision. Two, they want to replicate what their parents do. When left unattended, they will play around with different heat sources, like your candles, like your paraffin lamp. Others use electricity in our houses. Kids will also be trying to switch on and switch off, which can also pose danger. If your clothes catches fire, you stop. You stop.
There are various ways to use fire responsibly. Children should always do it under adult supervision to avoid disaster. While fires can be started anywhere, the ones which threaten and destroy lives often occur at homes. Here are just a few reasons why.
Fires are usually started when the window is open and the curtains blows into the candlelight.
Playing with flammables like petrol, thinners, paraffin is dangerous because you can start a fire.
When you light a candle and leave it in the table and the child drops it and it catches the mat, it starts a fire.
Prevention is always better than cure, and we should always be prepared for a fire that could start any time. Part of the solution is to keep your area fire safe. Wood, paper and plastic burn easily, so try not to store paper, plastic or cardboard boxes around all sources of heat. Curtains, clothing and bedding burn easily, so keep these items away from sources of heat such as stoves, candles and heaters. Keep spray cans away from flames and heat. They can explode and cause serious burns. Buy a smoke detector. Chances of survival are increased by 50% if smoke detectors are installed and working.
When you erect your shack, make sure that it is 5 meters apart from the next shack to ensure that when it burns, your neighbor's shack doesn't burn. And also ensure that one of your corrugated iron has got only one nail, so that should there be fire during the night, you can only push and go out, because your windows already, they've got butlers. You will be trapped inside. Hence, we're suggesting that as a family, you'll have your secret and you will know which part of the shack will be pushed outside for us to get out safe.
The learners also had first-hand experience with what to do when there's a fire. Indeed, the smoke detector went off, and on their knees they slowly rushed out of danger. They applied the RACE principle. It involves the rescue, alarm, contain and evacuate rules.
Leave the house as quickly as possible. Sound an alarm, shout, scream. If there's a whistle, blow a whistle. Let the people know that there's a fire. And for an adult, they must contain that fire while it is still small, because the fire starts small. And if everything else fails, they must evacuate. The last person must close the door. In our communities, people tend to break the windows while there's fire, and that causes the fire to grow bigger and bigger. Instead, we need to close doors and windows, then the smoke will fill up the room, then the fire will die out.
And it was evident that the learners' time here was well spent with important lessons learned.
Crawl low under the smoke, then when you reach the door, you must
go out and call someone for help. It is important for children to learn about fire safety because they will know how to prevent a fire and know how to escape when a fire breaks out.
All homes must have smoke detectors so that they can be warned when there's fire, and all electrical gadgets must be switched off when sleeping.
As a community, we need to allow the EMS to come into us and help us because so many accidents happen and we don't know what to do.
And while the community attempts to safely bring down the fire, the important fire emergency numbers to call are 10177 from a landline or 112 from a cell phone. Let's all keep safe and avoid fires not only in winter but all year round. Didintle Mokeleti, SABC News, Johannesburg.